All right. A fairly brief report from me this morning. We're all as a country, we're dealing with the what happened over the weekend, and El Paso and Dayton, Ohio. Tragic situation as a whole. There may be steps that we're looking at doing. I'm taking a second look again at the Mayor's Commission Against Gun Violence to see what recommendations that were made that we can implement locally, and certainly encouraging both our federal and state governments to take action as well. And as we heard from people in Dayton, Ohio, and every place else, people are saying do something. So it is important that we all do something. So we'll take a look and see what additional steps we can take to address our situation. I will say that there will be a press conference immediately after the City Council today with respect to HPD and some steps we're going to take there.
I was really torn about what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because I feel strongly. I'm tired of wearing orange. I'm tired of wearing orange. I'm tired of prayers and thoughts. I'm tired of vigils. I'm tired of commissions. I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of little children getting hold of guns that they weren't supposed to be able to reach. I'm tired of teenagers playing with guns supposedly that are unloaded. I'm tired of hate mongers mowing down innocent people. And I'm tired of those state and federal elected officials who have not used their power to change gun laws. And I'm tired of those people who voted for them. I'm tired, but I'm not prepared to give up. I pledge my time as a city official and my effort to work with the mayor and others around this horseshoe to implement the suggestions put forth by the Mayor's Committee on Gun Violence. We as a city have to do what we can do. The state has to do what they must do. And the federal government must implement reasonable gun protection laws. I'm really tired.
I want to take the opportunity to recognize that God knows what we need when we need it. And yesterday was one of those days we needed it. And I will never tire of prayer. And I ask for prayers for all of us as leaders to make sure that we do the right thing and for the right reasons, and we move our country forward and bring everyone together, and that we continue to do the right thing. I do believe that action needs to be taken, and I'm with Mayor Pro Tem on her statements on the fact that we do need action. And I know that speaking with the mayor, we'll have comments to that effect after the meeting. So we need to make sure that we're all working together. But I do ask for your prayers, and we continue to keep everyone in our thoughts and prayers because it is the right thing to do.
I want to once again extend my heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of the victims of the mass shootings in El Paso and Dayton. It's sad and unfortunate that our country must grieve more human losses as a result of consecutive mass shootings in just a matter of hours. The shooting in El Paso was particularly disturbing to many of us, as it appears to have been motivated by racist and anti-immigrant beliefs. And sadly, this president has created an environment in which some individuals have felt that it's okay to attack people of color, and immigrants in particular. But communities across the country, people of every color, background, and belief, stand with the people of Dayton, El Paso, Pittsburgh, Santa Fe, Orlando, Parkland, Sutherland Springs, and all who have been the victims of hate and senseless gun violence. We stand united against this evil and remain unwavering in our call to our congressional leaders to act to help keep our community safer. We must protect our communities and prevent further bloodshed in this country. And to President Trump, let me correct your fake history. Conquistador Juan de Oñate discovered El Paso in the 1590s. Alvarez Núñez Cabeza de Vaca was shipwrecked off the coast of current-day Galveston Island. And he set foot on what would become Texas in 1528, nearly 300 years before the Anglos immigrated to Texas.
With regards to what's going on in Washington, D.C., I sent a letter to the President of the United States urging him to support H.R. 8 and H.R. 1112, which would request or push Senator Mitch McConnell to advance the bill that have already passed the House to make background checks universal and, extended the waiting period for firearm purchases. This is I think Mayor Pro Tem kind of spoke towards it. This is a very, very serious issue, and it's unfortunate. If we don't do something about this, we'll be having this conversation again. And she's absolutely correct. Enough is enough. And we have to get serious about this. And as people continue to lose lives, it's interesting to me when something tragic happened to a person who's opposing something that's right. Sometimes that's the only time the light bulb goes off. I don't wish anything on anyone, but it's unfortunate people are losing their lives due to politics.
Thank you, Mayor. I guess as I sit here and listen to my colleagues and hear my colleagues respond to the fact that we have to wear orange today, or that we're praying and that we're working and we're mourning the loss of folks in El Paso and all across the country, I think sometimes we get sidetracked by the idea that we think that we live in the solely unique turbulent times, but the truth of the matter is every day and every time has been turbulent. I'm reminded of two phrases attributed to St. Francis of Assisi. One of them was preach the gospel at all times and when necessary use words. And the second one was that prayer that we know pretty well, and that is, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. It seems to me that when we have despair on these kinds of events, Mayor, we can all be instruments of peace.
Right.
It's a choice that we make. It's the words that we use. It's the things that we do. So I hope that each and every one of us, as we mourn El Paso, as we look for ways to be positive, not only in this city but across the country, as we look across political aisles, we don't see enemies, but we see friends who may disagree with us. It's time for us to all take a step to be instruments of peace. God bless us all.